Capcom Pro Tour.
All right, welcome back to Capcom Cup. We are going to stick in loser's side. Keep in mind that in winners waiting are Daigo Umehara versus Mena RD, and Moke versus Itabashi Zangief, Tokido versus Bonchan, and Yukidon versus Luffy. But as I said, we're going to be in loser's side, and we're starting off now with, looks like Punk versus Mago.
Yeah, we've already had our first string of eliminations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
0-2s are done. Now who goes 1-2? That's the question. That's where we are right now. So as I said, it's going to be Punk versus Mago. Punk was sent here to the loser's side by Nemo, 3-1. He then dominated Brolinho. Blow up, 3-0. Mago was sent to losers by Verloren, 3-1. I'm sorry, he sent Verloren to losers, 3-1. He then lost to Luffy, 3-1. So now Punk versus Mago.
Punk, of course, you know, one of the favorites to take this. Going to have to make his way all the way through the losers bracket. So it's going to be a little bit of work.
You know, he's been there before.
Oh,
it's not the first time.
But what's going to be interesting here is, you know, one of the things that we've talked about before is that last year Mago was the premier Karen in Street Fighter V, and this year Punk has been the premier Karen. And now we're going to have them coming at each other in a mirror match.
Yeah, I think that's very fitting. I remember thinking that Mago had the most optimized stuff. His combo routes were the best. His pressure was the best. Footsies. But, yeah, like you said, I really think that Punk overtook that mantle in almost all respects. That said, Mago is still extremely strong. We haven't seen him that much over the last half of the year, but still, of course, always a threat. Right.
And, you know, I don't think this problem will befall Punk, but mirror matches have always been kind of a tricky, one of the most particular tricky matchups for you to learn.
But that said, because this character has so many different options, it's not as weird as some mirror matches are, right? It's not like you're stuck in one phase of the match over and over again. No, she has plenty of things to do, plenty of places to be on screen. Here comes Punk. Super, probably? Yes.
Oh, he just built that.
Yeah, going to go into the full super.
That's going to take round number 1 for Punk. And again, that's one of the main strategies here in Street Fighter V. A lot of times, you know, you spend the meters at the very end of the round because you build up meters so fast in this game.
Sure.
A lot of times you end up with enough meter to finish multiple rounds, like both of your rounds off with critical arts.
Or if Mago were to find a hit right now, I would expect him to go into super right at the start, thinking that he could build another one by the end. We'll see. Maybe. No, he's just going to go for EX. Good stun on that, of course.
Oh, yep. Speaking of, he got the stun. So he should be able to finish this off right here with the proper juggle. Yes. EX for Senha is going to take that.
Very dangerous. You know, Karen is a dangerous character against Karen. She doesn't have very much life. She loses health quickly and dishes it out super quickly.
Right. And not super strong defense for both of the for Karen. Spacek has to rely on EX for Senha to get out of that situation most of the time. Nice side switch. Go under, and now guess what? Mago's in the corner, has to deal with this mix-up. Goes for the throw. Another one.
Starting to be trouble. Lovely stuff. Lovely timing there by Mago. And he's a major threat if he finds a hit here, especially now. Expect Super to come out. Expect him to take the game. Punk knows it. He is playing safely.
They both have it right now. Any hit will lead to a critical art for either one of them.
I love that movement forward because he knew that Punk was so frozen, so worried about the buttons. Overhead, Mago is playing this so well. Putting up the shield.
Wow, he jumped. Ooh, oh my god. Oh.
Either way, it's danger. You know the next hit could do it either way?
Nope. Yeah, they're blocking. You know, Mago knows he can take a couple of throws. Oh my god! Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? What a bait come from Punk.
Oh my god.
What a wild finish to game 1. And I love it too because there was such solid stuff for that entire game, and he saw how solidly Mago was playing. And he thought, okay, how do you beat solid? All right, let's go nuts for a second. And that's exactly what he needed, it turned out.
Are you kidding me?
Game 1 to Punk. The slight smile. Yeah, he actually, you can see he wants to smile. Look at Mago's face. He thinks it's hilarious. But he's got to get back in there now.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. All right, well, now Punk seems to be riding that a little bit, that momentum that he got off of that. Look at this. All the way in the corner. Good damage. Now, once again, but Mago's going to get out of there once again with the crush counter, standing heavy kick. He's had really good timing on that. Got the life lead now off of that throw.
Punk was willing to take the grab, backdash, his own activation comes in. Again, we're in a situation where they are both fully stocked, they both have super, they're both major threats to each other.
Oh, are you going to make it? No, he can't make it over. And Punk is going to take another round by just finding the right moment to throw out that critical art. Yeah, Mago's not smiling
Well,
anymore,
it's this mix of extremely solid play and then to get the final nail in the coffin, a little bit of zaniness, and that's a very difficult combination to deal with.
I mean, honestly, I think Punk was probably trying to chase down the V-trigger backdash, but maybe Mago was trying to go for the overhead to think that he could go over it or something. But
there it comes. Punk backed off. Mago recognized.
Nice. Again, that EX for Senha, one of the only defensive options that Karen has.
Yes,
oh,
finds the hit.
Yep, but it's going to save that critical out again. Another EX for Senha. And here comes Punk and gets the throw, and he's going to go up 2-0 over Mago.
As this goes on, we're seeing more and more that Mago is very solid, Punk is very solid, but then Mago doesn't have, or at least hasn't shown, the extra step of being willing to do something that needs to be done in some instances. Punk has been willing to do it each time so far. I don't feel it's been a blow-up at all. I feel like every round seems close, and yet here we are 2-0 for Punk.
And again, a great start for Punk. This is basically how it's gone. Punk has had a good start. Mago's kind of made the comeback in the round, and then Punk finishes him off with a crazy critical art or just a nice read.
Fighting well as Punk.
Goes to the other side once again. The switch sides put Mago in the corner. Nice counter hit confirmed for Mago now. Backdash, got jabbed him out of the air. Spending a little bit of that meter. Not quite enough to kill, but that will do it right there.
They had traded that little jab a bunch of times throughout that round. I understand why Mago thought he could do it again, but Punk this time shut it down. Match point.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's been far closer than the score is actually leading on or how quickly these matches have been going.
Absolutely.
Oh, double light kick?
Oh! Punk is looking for the kill. He's looking for that stun. Mago knows, yes, time to activate, time to go in. No! Punk with the wall!
God,
Punk
he
with
got
the stun! Punk with the game!
Okay, now it feels like a little bit of a lopsided with that perfect win right there.
Yeah, but otherwise, again, I didn't feel like it was a big blow-up, but Punk, every single round, every game, had that final closing that Mago never did. And that's a part of why I think that Punk overtook Mago as the premier Karen and really just the best player in the world. He not only has these extremely solid fundamentals, the spacing, the sort of understanding of SF5 mix-ups, but also that extra little bit, willingness to do something wild, understanding of patterns that make it seem like you could get a super randomly in neutral. Things like that are kind of what put you over the top.
Yeah, and another thing, too, I mean, what Punk has been doing so far in the losers bracket is showing why he's one of the favorites. I mean, yeah, he got put in the losers round 1 by Nemo, but since then he has just basically blown up to opponents 3-0 in a row. So
don't count him out, that's for sure.
You just don't want to go into losers bracket because now you have to face this guy here.
Right, yeah.
Oh, man.
We're going to take a look here at what's gone on the losers side so far. So there's Punk over Mago.